Is there anybody in particular in the XFL that you can see making an NFL roster? Or maybe is there a coach that you see having a future in the NFL? Thank you for your time, Nolan. Nolan, there are two people that stand out immediately in my mind. I know it's not week 5. You said wait, but two people after 2 weeks are like, bam, these are NFL people. Number one, the DC Defenders head coach, Pep Hamilton, is phenomenal. He's the best coach in the XFL. He's so good at what he does. June Jones is also great. Pep Hamilton is a step above him. Pep Hamilton makes great in-game adjustments. He's a great communicator. He's firm. He's direct, but he cares about his players. It comes out when he talks. And his team is incredibly well prepared. Pep Hamilton is a phenomenal coach. And he was an NFL assistant and a college assistant coach for 22 years. The last 22 years, he's been an assistant coach. He's been waiting for an opportunity as a head coach. The XFL finally gave it to him, and I would not be shocked if down the road we see Pep Hamilton step up into the NFL. He's a great offensive coordinator. I think he could do the job of being a head coach as well. He's done a great job with DC. He's been outstanding. Pep Hamilton is an NFL coach to some degree. I think even maybe a head coach. Now, number 2, people are discriminating against the Houston Roughnecks quarterback, P.J. Walker. He's a legitimate quarterback prospect. It's so interesting to me. He's got great decision-making. He's got great arm talent. He's mobile. P.J. Walker has the tools of an NFL quarterback. And a lot of people really doubt him. They say, well, he's doing all this against XFL-level defenses. And it's a weird criticism because there's a gap in the logic. It makes no sense to me. You need to view P.J. Walker like a college quarterback. He is simply a quarterback prospect. P.J. Walker's 24 years old. If he was doing what he's doing in the XFL, but he did it at LSU instead, then we'd be talking about P.J. Walker as a potential number 1 overall pick. He would be a first-round quarterback if he was doing what he's doing in college football. Here's the reality that's so weird. This is the gap in logic. The reality is the XFL is a higher level of talent than college football. P.J. Walker has been shredding the XFL. It's actually more impressive for him to do that in the XFL, in professional football, against better players that maybe didn't quite make it to the NFL, but are definitely better than college players. It's more impressive for P.J. Walker to do what he's doing in the XFL than it would be if he was somehow in college. And if P.J. Walker, week 3 is right around the corner, P.J. Walker might suddenly do terrible. And if it is terrible, yeah, it changes everything I'm saying. But if P.J. Walker keeps doing what he's done in week 1 and week 2 of the XFL season, then he deserves to be talked about the same way people talk about Joe Burrow, the same way people talk about Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa. He's a quarterback prospect. He's really talented, and you got to have an open mind. It's very weird to me. People look at P.J. Walker and go, well, he's doing it against XFL defenses. That's a bad criticism. I talked about why that doesn't make any sense. But people also don't seem to realize he's a prospect. It means he's not a finished product. He's still improving. He's still getting better. He's got a higher ceiling. He hasn't hit it. He's got room to grow. Nobody has any kind of vision. It's so weird to me. The way that people discriminate against P.J. Walker makes no sense. Just because he's in the XFL doesn't mean you need to write him off immediately. He's got great quarterback talent. Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer yet. He's got room to grow. He's got things to work on. Timing could be better. I think sometimes... I don't know. I understand. P.J. Walker's not perfect. But man, is he a good quarterback? And the word is prospect. Nobody looks at Joe Burrow and says, Joe Burrow's going to step into an NFL team and be the starter immediately and lead his team to a Super Bowl. No, because we understand, hey, Joe Burrow is going to be better in week 17 next year, at the end of the year, than he will be week 1. It's the same with P.J. Walker. If an NFL team brings in P.J. Walker and they look at him like a prospect, treat him like a rookie quarterback, and develop him, oh, that makes sense. You can wrap your head around that. And if you treat P.J. Walker the same way you do other young rookie quarterbacks, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, guys like Justin Herbert, Tua, Joe Burrow, that's how you should approach it, and it makes a lot more sense to do it that way. And when you do it that way, it gives them room to succeed.